Run away! He's seen us. How? Oh, we're supposed. I guess we're supposed to be here. Fine!
Welcome Reaper Mini fans, today we have a huge quest. Today I am painting 17 of the newly released Rocky Dragons by Reaper Miniatures. So I'm going to get all these out of the box and we can take another look at what we're painting today. Oh my god! Okay, so these are all the Rockies out of the box. So let's go through what we've got. The first one is Annoyed Rocky. Very cute, these little things. This one comes with a little dragonfly as well. And then we've got the Sneaky Rocky. And then we've got the Treasure Rocky. He's got a little treasure chest and he sits on a gold pile. And then we've got the Scheming Rocky. And last we have the Flying Rocky. So what I'm going to do today is we've got 5 different types of Rockies to paint. They're all going to be painted in different colours. With these miniatures it's going to be so much easier to paint the dragon first before we put them onto the base. So I will get all the dragons primed with their different colours and I will come back. But it's a very simple paint today. All these bases will be done in grey and they'll be given ink washes and dry brushes with some greens and they'll be fine. The treasure piles of course be gold, very simple to do. And all these dragons, all we're doing is we're giving them that first coat, then it'll be just a dry brush with a lighter colour of the same coat of paint we used to begin with, and then we give them the ink wash and then repeat with that dry brushing just to pick out the highlights. So the main things I will be showing you today is just the different colours that we're going through, but just to be working on the eyes when I get to the part where we do the eyes, because that is the main part of this dragon and it'll be the most focused point when you look at this miniature. Because of those size of those eyes, we want to get them looking as best as we can. Okay, so we've got all those prime colours on now. What I've got some red, purples, blues, greens, yellows. I've also got my treasure chests with some browns. I've painted all the bases grey. All the treasure bases, they've all been painted with a couple of coats of white and they will be coated with gold next. Now the next stage on all these miniatures is I will be dry brushing highlights onto every single miniature, and once those highlights are done, what will happen then is the yellow dragons will be getting a brown ink wash, the green dragons will be getting a brown ink wash too. The blue, purple and red dragons will get a black ink wash, and I'll come back when we get to that stage. I thought I'd quickly show you the miniatures before I give them their ink washes. Now as you can see, what I've done, I have highlighted all the miniatures with a lighter colour of the primer colour. So on these ones I've used a dark green. I've gone for a lighter green and dry brushed the complete miniature. Now what will happen is once I've added the browns and the black ink washes, that will all tone down and blend in and the definition will come through because all the ink will go into the recesses of the miniature. So I just wanted to show you these because that's what I do first before I add the ink wash. I'll come back once that ink wash is added now. All the ink washes are dry now, so what I'm going to do is I will be dry brushing all the bases and giving them some lighter shades. I'll be using some bleached bone and some greens on each one of those bases. I have added the ink washes to the gold piles. They'll get dry brushed with a lighter gold. Now all the horns and all the little claws on each dragon will all be painted in black. So, and also every single eye will be painted with a couple of coats of Dragon White by MSP. And once I've got to that stage with all the eyes, then I'll show you how I paint these eyes on this miniature. Okay, so we're coming up to the eyes now. I've given 2 coats of white for my base coat for my dragons. Now what I've been doing, I've been putting yellow ink wash onto my eyes. Now there's a nice simple way to do this. You just get the ink wash onto a small brush and you add the ink wash to the eye. Just like that. And then all you do is get a cotton bud and just go on the middle of the eye to take away the excess paint. This will help get that shade in, and what happens is you'll have dark around the edges of the eye and it'll be lighter in the middle, just like so. And all we do then is we put a little black line and our rocky eyes will be finished. Okay, so all the eyes are done. All I've done there is like I showed you with the yellow. I've got a little black line in the middle and I've just added a dot of white. What I'll do with all these eyes is I will go over them with a gloss varnish. Now to finish these miniatures, I have some beautiful glitter. I got purple glitter, yellow, green, red and blue. And I'm going to just put on certain places on each base the glitter to match in with the dragon to keep these all cute and sparkly. So what I'll do, I'll come back when I've finished all the dragons and I'll show you the completed miniatures. So here we are, this is the finished dragons. You've got the 5 different dragons. As you can see, the eyes I've added that gloss varnish to the eyes and that's really given them a shine, and adding that little dot of white really works well for these miniatures. I've added that glitter to all the bases and a little bit to the heads and bodies of these miniatures, and that came out fantastic. Really happy with how these came out. So there we are, these are the Rocky Dragons by Viper Miniatures. If you enjoy what I'm doing, then please hit that sub button. If you want to support the channel, then please become a patron. All patrons are added to the end credits of all my videos. So until next time.
Goodbye, my fellow ones. Sleep well. Dream of evil paintbrushes.